Davis back outside. It's Anderson, picked up by Warner. Drives in, goes up against Levitt. Little pump fake, no good. Rebound Mackey and a foul by Phil Moahala.
Incredible challenge there by Bear Levitt as he just puts the pressure on and not allows Anderson an easy layup in the lane. He just goes straight up, no foul or anything, no contact, and just plays great defense.
Will Warner in control of it, swinging it around now to Bear Levitt. Levitt back to Warner, who goes baseline, puts the ball on the ground, kicks out. Meacham, corner three, short, no good. Rebound Anderson.
Anderson doing a lot for the team already, taking a lot of shots, rebounds. He's been a constant force in this game so far.
Davis backs it back out for the Wolves. Resets. Anderson now up top, 22 on the shot clock. Right side now back up top. It's Odom over to Larson. Davis drives in, kicks out, corner three, Larson. No good, rebound Levitt.
Good box out there by Levitt as he fended off two Wolves getting that rebound.
Trying to get it down low, Mackey. They're gonna call a jump ball. Jump ball, change of possession, brought to you again by UD & Associates, your American Family Insurance Agency in St. George.
Thought that was a close call. Couldn't see it as well as I would have wanted to, but it seemed as if he came over the back a little bit there. But
you know, and again, it's one of those situations where if there's not the body contact, they're not going to call it, and the hand was on the ball, so I believe it was a fair call. And I don't know if I would have called it much different personally. Tips off the rim, rebounded by Luke Hamlin. Going the other way with it now is Meacham for the Warriors. Meacham waiting for the play to develop, decides to pull the trigger on the three, no good, rebounded Anderson.
There was multiple picks set there trying to get him open, and he just wiggled free and then took a deep shot there. I didn't think it was the best shot, but Warriors still up here.
Driving in, just checked into the game is Jackson Drysdale. Going up strong, blocked by Levitt, but the foul instead. And they're pointing at Luke Hamlin for the foul. So Levitt's block was legit, but Hamlin got him with the body down low. That's where the foul comes into play.
And Levitt just has those long arms, the length on display there as he just alters and ultimately blocks that shot. But the body contact there by Hamlin brings the Wolves to the line here for two as he sinks the first.
It's Dylan Davis at the line shooting our Fabulous Freddy's free throws. Mid shot here, tie it up at 4 apiece. And it does. A couple substitutions. Should say a substitution coming into the game here. It's Kyron Hoffman. Hoffman has had some pretty good games this season as well. Every so often coming off the bench, he can get some good points on the board.
Yeah, Hoffman, the leading assist man for the Wolves this season, average-wise. So
Meacham.
Quite the distributor.
Swinging it around. It's Warner getting it low to Mackey. Mackey's fouled. And see who they give that foul to. See, he was being double teamed. They give it to Jackson Drysdale.
Mackey showing his aggressiveness and bully ball a little bit, getting down low multiple occasions already in this game and just asserting his way to the basket. I like what I've seen from him early. Maybe not getting as many shots to fall yet, but still getting in positions, those money areas I call them, to make shots.
Driving in, Warner. It's tipped away, out of bounds.
So Kane's going to retain possession here.
Driving in, Mackey going up strong, and he's fouled.
It's another time he just takes the ball, puts it in his own hands, muscles his way to the lower post, and just goes up strong. Really like what I've seen from his game so far and the aggressiveness early.
So at the line again, shooting is Mackey. Still scoreless so far. And still scoreless after he misses the front end of the free throw.
Normally a really good free throw shooter. Kind of a slow start to this one, Cade. 4-4.
A little bit.
4 minutes in the first quarter left.
Now, excuse me, I said Mackey was scoreless. He had made a layup earlier, so that's actually 3 now for Mackey. Swinging around Anderson. Over to Odom. Odom brings it back up top, inside to Larson. Anderson again, picked up by Warner. Tipped away, Levitt on the steal. Fast break, Mackey up to Levitt, it's tipped away. They wanted the fast break alley-oop, but the defense got there in time. Check foul, Cy Meacham.
That track meet style basketball we talked about in the pregame, it was coming to fruition there a little bit as they were trying to run and shoot, throw the alley-oop, but it just didn't happen. And it turns into another turnover the other way, and 2 shots, or no, foul on the floor, and Green Canyon retains possession. So let's see if Green Canyon can get a good shot here. They haven't had many so far. There's one,
Corner
though.
3, no good.
It's a good look.
Oh, tipped off of Carter Murdoch, who has just checked in as well.
It's a good look for the Wolves, though. I'd like to see more of that. Just get some guys open, use the picks, try and use some flex cuts, get guys in the open spots on the court. Snow Canyon plays a great defensive game, but I'd like to see them try and get better quality shots on these offensive possessions.
Up top with it, the Wolves. It's Larson going to the right side. Getting it over. Now back to Odom. Odom swinging it around. Checking in, that's Jackson Penninger. Diving on the ground is Meacham. Penninger goes up, blocked away by Warner. Hoffman now, baseline, brings it back up top. Hoffman drives in. It's tipped away by Murdoch. And shot clock violation. Snow Canyon, beautiful defense.
Incredible, suffocating defense there. Will Warner getting in the passing lanes again, causing a couple deflections there in the longer possession. And then it was just thrown up, a Hail Mary type throw from the Wolves to try and make something there, but to no avail.
They decided they need to fix the net on the other end, so they slowing it down again.
Here we go.
Warriors in control of it. They lead 5-4. Low scoring game here as Murdoch gets to Owen Mackey, who dunks it down hard.
Wow! As a high flying, rising up and jamming it down. That put the crowd on notice a little bit.
An early highlight here by Mackey with authority to make it 7-4. Anderson pushed out on the side, rims around, offensive board, tipped, no good. Still no good. Mackey finally getting the board, and this crowd is getting into it.
That's brutal for the Wolves to get 3 shots at the basket there, 2 extra opportunities on the offensive rebounds and not come away with anything.
Carter Murdoch resets here for the Warriors. Mackey up top, back to Murdoch. He drives in, swings it outside, Meacham. Meacham pulls the 3. Gets it down for the First Credit Union 3-pointer.
Feet set in the corner, just waiting to catch that pass, and he got the pass and he made the shot. What a shot by Cy Meacham. Momentum clearly with the Warriors right now as they get another steal.
Away. Cy Meacham on the breakaway into the corner. It's Holt. Ryder Holt pulls the 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. It's tipped, and that will stay with the Warriors. It's bounced off the shoulder of Anderson. Checking into the game now, Luke Hamlin, Bear Levitt.
What a sequence there. I always say basketball is 4-minute chunks of time, and these last 4 minutes for the Snow Canyon Warriors have been exemplary. I mean, they've just been showing it from the offensive and defensive sides of the ball.
Murdoch goes up top with it to Levitt, trying to get it down low to Mackey. It's thrown away into the hands of the Wolves. Just a minute left to play here in the first quarter. Hoffman gets it across into the corner. It's thrown away out of bounds. They say it was tipped.
Looks as if the Wolves are trying to isolate Anderson a little bit, get him the ball on the perimeter. But Snow Canyon's really aware of that, and they're trying to suffocate that in any action towards him. So someone's got to step up other than Jared Anderson for the Wolves going forward.
Inbound. the Wolves. Going back up top with it is Hoffman.
Hoffman averaging 3.3 assists on the season. He can distribute.
Odom over to Anderson. He takes the three. It hits the top of the crossbar. That means it's out of bounds. The ball went in. It doesn't matter.
Just kind of unfortunate luck there for Anderson. His first make, and it just doesn't count. But kind of been snake bit a little bit to start the game for Anderson. But let's see if he can get it going. We know he will. Averages 17.5 on the season.
Warner on the drive. Scoops it off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Drysdale. Hoffman in control here for the last 21 seconds. No shot clock. 10-4. Warriors lead. Anderson back to Hoffman. Anderson takes the drive inside. Levitt, no good. Tipped around, rebounded Hamlin. On the fast break. They try to get it off. Mackey, though, he's like, I don't care if the shot clock's off. I'm giving you some flair.
Yeah, he just goes in and just jams
That may have been
it
the
down.
best play of the night, and it wasn't even in regulation. We'll take a quick break here. 30 seconds when we return. The second quarter on the Fan Sports Network.
Relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out, with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Bo Bradshaw, owner of Bo's Auto Parts. I want to watch the game as well, so I'll make this quick. When you come into Bo's Auto Parts, our store mission is simple: supply our customers with the best auto parts and the best customer service we can provide. Come on by and see if we can deliver.
Welcome back into the Boulevard Home Game of the Week. After the first quarter, it's 10-4 on the Wilkinson's House Lighting scoreboard. 5 points each from Cy Meacham and Owen Mackey. 2 points each from Isaac Philemon-Halla and Dylan Davis. Mackey with the ball outside, tipped away. It'll be Warrior basketball.
Active hands there as the Wolves extending a little bit and covering more ground defensively. And Gaza tip there. Active hands, love to see it.
Cy Meacham takes the inbound pass. Meacham to Mackey. Mackey takes the three. No good. Rebound to Drysdale.
Drysdale boxing out 2 Warriors there to get that rebound. What an effort.
Drysdale kicks out. Driving in, losing contact on it, but a foul. That was Owen Odom taking the drive. The foul goes against number 14, Will Warner.
Warner, a little bit of a reach in there, got a little too handsy on the hand checking, but they'll take that, I think. Snow Canyon will, because he's been so active and so good defensively. Taking risks is part of his game.
Hoffman set to inbound. Gets it in, going back across to the other side is Anderson. In the corner again, Hoffman. Left side, bringing it straight away. 3. Back the rim, no good. Tipped. Rebounded by Meacham. Meacham will slow it down and get it to Hamlin to reset the offense here. Meacham wanted to pull that 3. Instead, hands it off to Hamlin, and now Mackey. The Warriors getting the offense back in motion. Swing it around now, Hamlin. Inside, Mackey trying to get that mismatch. Goes off the glass and in.
Mackey's made his hay in the low post tonight. He's been attacking it so feverishly. As he goes in there again, he gets another 2.
Deep 3, Anderson finally gets one to go. He's been quiet all night. His first basket there is a 3-pointer brought to you by UFirst Credit Union.
He's a guy that can get hot. I can see him lighting it up here going forward. The first one to fall makes a huge difference for a scorer like him.
Will Warner gets it to Cy Meacham. Double team to Meacham, and Warner takes control of it, backs it back out. Push shot, no good. evaded the defense, but didn't have enough on it as Meacham pulls the deep three. No good. Tipped off the leg. Yeah, sure enough, off the leg of Drysdale. They will keep the ball on that end of the court for the Warriors.
Good possession there for Snow Cane, getting the ball around to multiple angles of the court. It was a little bit of a deep shot, a deep take by Meacham there, but still good offense.
Hamlin with the ball up top, hands off to Mackey. Mackey drawing in that double team continually. So Warner pulls a 15-footer, no good. Rebound Davis. The Wolves bring it the other way. Davis still in control of it. Swings it across to Odom. Odom back up top, Anderson. Anderson drives in on Warner, kicks out. Larson three, no good. Rebound Hamlin.
That was a good look for the Wolves as Larson was wide open right there on the elbow extended, looking for his shot and just couldn't get it.
Meacham three and is fouled on the three by Mitch Larson. Larson will pick up his first foul.
Meacham, a reliable free throw shooter as well.
Now Meacham, who normally only scores about 5-6 points a night, already has 5.
Definition of a glue guy, though. Does a lot of things for the team defensively. Loose balls, rebounds, things that, and stuff that doesn't go in the stat sheet, hustle plays.
Yeah, he's got those sticky fingers too. He picks up a lot of steals as well.
50-50 balls, he's just that kind of guy.
One more coming on the Fabulous Freddy's free throws. Fouled shooting the three-pointer, so one more chance here. It's 14-7 in favor of the Warriors. And the shooter's touch gets it to go.
Gets them all three as double them up now, 15-7, Caden. And do you see a run coming here? Do you forecast a run? Like, they're starting to get momentum a little bit, the Warriors, as we see them gaining offensive traction the last 3 or 4 possessions, really starting to get into their stuff. I can see them going on a run. What do you think?
Yeah, if they start to heat up here, maybe get some shots to drop. Again, it was a quiet first quarter from both of these teams. We'll see if the Wolves can get something rolling too. Anderson finally hitting a 3 earlier. Wolves in possession of it now. It's Hoffman. 17 on the shot clock. Getting it down low, stolen away by Mackey. Fast break to Meacham. Meacham slowing it down, kick out, Warner. Warner drives. Goes up strong, no good. Rebound, Penninger.
Will Warner been an impact on the defensive end, but he's been a little rusty offensively tonight.
No good on the deep 3 by Mackey. Levitt making his way back out here. He got a little bit knocked down there on that last play. Meacham, ball tipped away, and he will try to reset here, find somewhere to go with it. Gets it to Warner, but steps on that half-court line. Over and back is a call.
A little bit of a plea made to the official by both coaching staff and Will Warner. But I think that was a clear over and back.
Yeah, he hadn't quite gotten rid of it. It was still in his hand as he put the foot down, so. And maybe they're trying to make the call of, hey, there's a lot of contact. They're trying to get after Cy there down low first. I don't know if that's what the coach was trying to get after him for. As Ryder Holt on the defensive play knocks it out of bounds.
A little hustle there from Ryder Holt as he's mixing it up down low. Love to see that. Love when the big guys get into it down there. As Jackson Penninger looks like a pretty strong dude down there.
Yeah, he's a big body for sure. As Hoffman drives in baseline, it's a kick out to Davis. Davis goes in strong, losing it off the leg, but able to keep control of it are the Wolves. It's Davis back up top. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Hoffman drives in. Little Euro step off the bottom of the rim, no good. And quickly the other way is Mackey. He goes with the Euro step and is fouled.
On one end for Green Canyon, it just seemed as if Penninger was setting the screen and got a good amount of body on the Snow Canyon defender and sprung for the layup, but the layup was missed, and then it turned into another fast break opportunity for the Warriors as we detailed it in the pregame. You can't let them get out in the open and start running. It's just going to be too much to keep up with. They've got so many athletes as we see Owen Mackey get to the line again.
Now Mackey with 7. Only 2 guys have scored for Snow Canyon so far, and that is Owen Mackey, Cy Meacham. Cy has 5 from the free throw line alone, plus throw on that 3-pointer he hit. So he's got 8, and then again Owen Mackey with the 7. See if he can extend this 15-7 lead a little bit here in the second quarter.
Like you said, Cy kind of punching above his weight class tonight. Normally a 5 to 6 points. He's on track for 16 right now. So,
you know what Cy's saying? He said, "You guys have made Owen Mackey your Hershey's Hardware player of the
That's
game
right.
a few too many times. I want it to be me maybe tonight." So he's making a good case for himself so far.
he's definitely putting in a good plea.
Mackey sinks both of them, and Trayson Kelch is coming into the game. Conference going on with one of the officials. I'm trying to see what they're saying he has blood or something. I think they're saying he has blood. So Owen Mackey has to step out for a little bit. Definitely take some size off of the floor for Snow Canyon, but with a 17-7 lead, hopefully the Warriors are going to try to hold on to this. Nearly stolen away by Warner, swinging it around. It's Davis up top. The Warriors holding on to a zone defense, trying to crack this Warriors offense down. Ryder Holt going up on Penninger. Penninger down low, Drysdale off the glass, no good.
What a feed by Penninger, and it just wasn't converted there, but good look, a good opportunity for the Wolves.
Kelch swings it back up top to Warner. Mackey will check back in here shortly. Kelch back up top. The Warriors seem to be trying to, it's a missed shot by Cy Meacham. The Warriors seem to be looking to try to just slow things down a bit. They got a 10-point lead. I think they're just trying to keep this game at their pace right now.
They are. I would have expected it to be a little more run and gun the way it's been going with the turnovers and helter-skelter pace, but it's really slowed down these last couple possessions as Socane's trying to take the air out of the ball, but it's still a lot of game left. It's not really time for that, I would say.
It's Davis bringing it back up top. Larson now to Penninger. Penninger to the right side, hands it off. Driving in, and the shot's up, off the glass and in. That's Owen Odom getting on the board for the Green Canyon Wolves tonight.
Odom with the kiss off the glass. It looked beautiful, high off the glass. Penetrated, cutting, knifing through the lane, and makes the play. The Wolves desperately needed it as they had been on quite the scoring drought.
It's Mackey, left side. Drives baseline, spins out of it. 10-footer, sinks it.
Nothing but nylon there as Mackey puts on a little pirouette. Looked like a ballerina out there on display as he put his man in a spin cycle and makes the shot.
Mackey now with 11. Hoffman back up top with it to Odom. Odom Davis. Davis from the corner, no good. Right from that elbow, the shots just aren't dropping in the mid-range and down low right now for the Wolves. Luke Hamlin takes the three off the front of the iron, no good.
Wolves trying to run a little bit.
Taking it baseline, kicks out, Davis, back up, floats it up, rattles, no good. Rebound Mackey, quickly the other way, now it's Hamlin. Hamlin up and under, sinks it in. Beautiful move by Hamlin.
Yeah, what a move by Hamlin, the up and under. And a timeout by the Wolves as the run is on for the Snow Canyon Warriors. Asked you if there was going to be a run, Caden, and it looks like there was.
And there it was. We'll take a timeout ourselves, 45 seconds. We'll be back after this.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Back out of the Cache Valley Bank timeout. Cache Valley Bank Mountains. Oh, wait, over here on the left side of the court. I'm not sure if we had a spillage or what. They're trying to mop up some water or something, it looks like. I don't know. Someone has excessive sweat or what's going on over there. But
perspiration, right?
Yeah, a little bit, I guess. But they got it mopped up. We're good to go. Rock and roll here. Minute 23 left to play here in the first half. It's Hoffman gets it to the left side. Penninger, hop, jump, skip, blocking foul against the Warriors.
And there we see Penninger using his big frame, getting into the low block and just asserting himself, drawing the foul. And that's what he's got to do. You know, if they want to stay in this game, they're going to have to get other guys besides Anderson to make shots. So it's got to be other supporting cast members as they turn it right over, as I say that.
Penninger, it was somewhat tipped by Levitt, but Penninger tried to hold on to it, just wasn't there, and he ends up fumbling it out of his hands, out of bounds. So the Warriors will take over again. 21-9 here. Across town, Crimson Cliffs and Mountain Crest. That game's 27-20 in the first quarter. Being led by Houston Johnson, the senior, with 8 points, is the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs. No good there by Mackey. And quickly going the other direction of the Wolves. And the three is good by Kyron Hoffman off the bench.
Kyron Hoffman, normally an assist man, more of a setup guy and a distributor, floor general, but he makes the shot there. Wide open, squares, or shoulder square, knocks it down.
And he's a little contemporary of Cy Meacham. Very similar players as Mackey trying to go in and gets fouled. Both guys that are a little smaller.
Yeah.
They're facilitators. They have a good stroke to their shot. You don't see it all the time. Both of them now have hit a three tonight.
Yeah, they're both, you can just tell, gym rats, guys that are constantly in the gym putting up free throws and getting extra shots in. So I could definitely see that comp. Those two are very comparable.
Owen Mackey makes the first on the 1-and-1. Trayson Kelch checking back into the game for Cy Meacham. The foul went against Dylan Davis, who picked up his first foul tonight. Owen Mackey gets that one to go. He's got 13 points now for the Warriors.
Making a lot of hay tonight at the free throw line as he's been drawing fouls, being aggressive, getting in the lane, attacking, and it's paid off for him.
Penninger up top. Hands off. Now it's Hoffman. 14 seconds to go in the second quarter. Good cross, driving straight up at the rim. Offensive foul, Owen Odom. I'm a little surprised by that just because I believe it was Kelch that took that charge. He did start to lean into it. He was trying to anticipate. Sometimes when that anticipation comes, they won't call that. But let's check that replay. Yeah, and on the replay, again, you see why they maybe called the charge, and he started to lean, then he's like, nope, I'm taking it, gets set, and just lets it happen.
Snow Canyon offense looks to get a shot off here before the...
Oh, and a foul by Mackey with 0.5 seconds. If you're Mackey, just let that one go. I know you're a little upset that you didn't get the shot, but they don't have the time to get the shot off either, so let that go. .23-12, 0.5 seconds left to go here in the second quarter, first half of play. Half-court heave, no good. And the score at the end of the first half, 23-12. Snow Canyon up on Green Canyon. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're hopping into the Rally Stop halftime show, breaking down the first half of play. We're going to be looking for some Nets on Fire score updates from across the state and more. So stick around. More coming up next in the Rally Stop halftime show on the Fan Sports Network.
It's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware.
See Hearst first this month for great deals on red hot buys at Hearst Ace Hardware. Make sure and get an Ace Rewards card for savings around the house, the yard, or the job site. Stop by Hearst General Store Ace Hardware, conveniently located in the heart of downtown Cedar City and St. George.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Region 10 Sports is brought to you by Nets on Fire, the premier training and event facility in Southern Utah. High-level individual and group training catered to your athlete, plus the best camps, clinics, tournaments, and showcases in the West. Visit netsonfire.org.
Back at it here from Snow Canyon High School. The E-Shells just wrapping up their halftime routine as we hop into the Rally Stop halftime show. I want to remind you that Rally Stop is your place to stop to after cheering on your favorite team. There's, of course, no better place to refuel than Rally Stop, especially for our friends from Cache Valley as you're heading out of town, whether here in St. George or in Cedar City. Stop by Rally Stop and refuel. Now, Paul, let's hop into the halftime show. Looking back at the first quarter, you would ask Snow Canyon, who is up 23-12, they would say that this was a light-scoring first half. If you ask the Wolves, they would definitely say it's a light-scoring first half with only 12 points.
Oh, absolutely. Both teams kind of underscoring for their averages. Snow Canyon, a team that loves to score the high 50s, low 60s, regular and more on a regularity. And the Wolves have just been limited and missing a lot of open shots and taking a lot of tough shots and allowing extra possessions and opportunities for the Snow Canyon Warriors. As we've seen them score multiple points off turnovers in the beginning of the first quarter and the second quarter. And it's just been an interesting game to watch as the star for the Wolves, Anderson, just hasn't really gotten it going. I think he's only got 3 points and a half.
Yeah, that's right. He's only hit one three-pointer in the second quarter. Now, the Wolves so far tonight have struggled getting the ball down. they're getting shots off, and actually decent shots. They're getting the ball down low, just not dropping.
Yeah.
I kind of expect to see that change a little bit in the second half. I think that the Wolves start to score even more, but the Warriors are a team that they can go on a hot streak, and even if the Wolves start scoring more, that doesn't mean that the Warriors
Still
won't
gotta stop
also.
the Warriors.
Yeah, that doesn't mean they're not going to just go off as well, and we might see all of a sudden a 20 to 18 quarter coming out.
That's right.
So that's something else to look out for. Is what if these teams start getting hot, because the Wolves are getting good shots, just not going down is the problem.
And the Wolves need to start getting away from not fouling as much, as Snow Canyon's really had their way whenever they get to the free throw line. They're converting at a high rate. They're making most all, if not all. I know Owen Mackey missed a couple in the first quarter, but it seems as if they've been banging their free throws going forward. So it's not a good spot to be in when you're fouling a good free throw shooting team like Snow Canyon. So Wolves got to be a little less handsy on the defensive end, a lot of hand checking, a lot of physicality. They're trying to limit Snow Canyon's offensive explosion, but the Wolves have to tighten up on defense and not allow as many offensive rebounds and fouls.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, that's kind of where it's at right now is the fouling game, talking about that a little bit. The officials are letting a lot go, actually. Snow Canyon got into the bonus, right? They were able to go shoot a couple free throws. But to the Wolves' credit, it's not like it's one person out there with 3 or 4 fouls.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has more than 2.
No, they're spread throughout the lineup pretty well. I mean, there was a lot of guys picking up fouls, but not like you're talking about. The amount of them isn't as high in the foul out range in the second half. I don't think anybody's in danger of fouling out right now. I think, like you say, the most of any player that accumulated was 2.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Quick score update brought to you by Nets on Fire. Across at Crimson Cliffs and Mountain Crest going on here in St. George over at the field house at Crimson Cliffs High School. Just starting the third quarter over there. At halftime, it was 27-20. Now it's 31-22. So the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs on top of the Mountain Crest Mustangs heading into that third quarter by 9 right now. 31-22. We'll keep you updated on that score and more. Again, tonight here at Snow Canyon High School, it's 23-12. And then we'll keep our eyes on any more scoring updates as the night proceeds. So that's where we stand with those. Now, Paul, again, back at it here at Snow Canyon High School. Green Canyon right now with only 12 points on the board is very unlike them. I don't think that's going to be the case in the second half.
I don't think so. They're going to get their pace going. They're going to find their rhythm. Jared Anderson can't be kept down this long. He's a guy that averages 17.5. He's only got 3. So you figure he's going to heat up in the second half. But it's got to be the supporting cast. It's got to be guys like Larson and Odom to pick up the slack for him whenever he's not performing at a high level in the first half like he was. So I'd like to see the Wolves come out and get a little offensive diversity going, get some other guys involved. Even if it's down the way a little bit, Penninger, there's so many different guys that can contribute, and I think that they got to utilize more players in the second half, as Snow Canyon has been getting scoring from multiple guys.
Yeah, that's right. So those are some of the things we're looking for here in the second half. Quick score update between Desert Hills and Cedars. The Cedar Reds, the Thunder lead 28-20 at halftime. So there's your score from that one as well. And then looks like the Flyers on the girls' side were up 31-17 at halftime. Waiting to see more score updates for that. I believe that one is potentially even getting close to wrapping up. So we'll see if we can get more links for those. Yeah, it looks like a final. Dixie wins that one 49-27. So the Lady Flyers will move on. So with that, again, a few of the scoring updates here. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, third quarter basketball after this.
I'm Aaron Crane, host of the Region 10 Recap. Want to relive the highlights of the game? Look for the Region 10 Recap every week. Just follow St. George News on Facebook or go to stgeorgenews.com.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
Thank you for joining us there on our Rally Stop halftime show as we hop into the third quarter here from Snow Canyon High School. We'll take this time to thank one of our great sponsors, Jason Baum with Bay Equity Home Loans. If you're ever in need of a home loan or you're looking to refinance, talk to Jason Baum with Bay Equity Home Loans. You can find him online at baumloans.com. That's BAUM loans.com. Green Canyon getting the ball coming out of halftime. Flip sides. Let's get going. In control of it is Davis to start things off here for the Wolves. He goes into the corner and back up top. It's Anderson. Into the corner, Davis. Back up top, back down low now. Tipped around and stolen away by the Warriors.
Active hands again there by the Warriors, getting the ball deflected a few times, then Will Warner recovering it and taking possession.
Stolen away. Good hands there by
both
Davis.
ends.
Yeah. And Davis on the other side going up with it. Off the glass, no good. Big swat by Bear Levitt. He wants that Morgan Pest Control defensive play of the game right there with that one.
And we've seen a defensive exhibition to start the game, or start the second half here from both ends.
Luke Hamlin, wide open three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound Davis. Dylan Davis taking it the other way.
Good shot selection there by the Warriors. Got the open shot for Hamlin, just couldn't put it down.
Odom swinging it to Davis. Anderson on the cut. Going up against Bear, and it's a foul. Bear's got to keep those hands up the whole time. He put the hands down low, and looks like they actually give the foul. Oh, excuse me, yeah, they do get it over to Bear Levitt.
Aggressive move there by Jared Anderson. Would like to see more of that if you're a Wolves fan, as they'll need a big second half from him as he airballs the free throw.
And you just don't see that from your leading scorer. And it's, at a certain point, it is a bit of a mental game, and you have to be fully in it. That's going to be tough on Anderson to rebound after that one, but he does get the second one to go.
And I like that if you're the Wolves, just get him in attack mode from the first minute of the second half.
Wide open lane from Will Warner, who floats it in for two.
Will Warner, we talked about him being a defensive impact, but he's been an offensive catalyst tonight as he's made multiple shots in the lane, knifing in.
Good offensive board and one. Owen Odom. And Owen Mackey picking up his second foul.
It's great strength and perseverance there, as Odom, quite the smaller player than Mackey, but he just muscled up and goes up and scores. What a play there. What a strength shown by the little guy.
Owen Odom at the line gets the and one free throw. Odom, I think maybe wins the contest for the brightest shoes on the court. I'll give him that one too.
Yeah.
He's fighting against Mackey there with the bright blues, but I like the bright greens is maybe a little better.
I think those are actually the Kobe Grinches, one of the more rare shoes out there.
Deep three, Cy Meacham, U First Credit Union three-pointer.
Cy Meacham been hot from the outside and the free throw line tonight, making his way multiple ways.
Trying to answer back, but it's an air ball. Cy Meacham was standing out of bounds when it hit him. So the Wolves will take possession of it again.
Wolves putting up some hurried shots here lately the last couple possessions. Just need to slow down, realize they're still in this game. Just need to get a couple good shots, get some points on the board here in a fast way.
Up top with it, Odom. He kicks out Hoffman. Hoffman calls for the pick. Tries to drive in on Meacham. Philomola Hala gets fouled hard by Bear Levitt. Levitt tried to go for the swap block, but Isaac put on the brakes.
And Philomola Halla, I'm going to try that one too. I think you do a little better job at it.
I think you got it, though. I really hope we're getting it right, though. That's the big
right.
question, right?
I hope
we're getting
so.
it correct.
But he goes up strong there, draws the foul. Let's just hope he can convert these as he converts the first. As we talk so much about Anderson being the catalyst for him in the pregame, but the supporting cast is starting to contribute a little bit here in the second half for the Wolves. As
right. Owen Odom with the 3 points there is on the and one. He's the leading scorer for the Wolves tonight. Full court zone pressure, stolen away by Hoffman. That's exactly what you want if you're the Wolves.
Create an extra possession here. Now it's time to bank these points any way you can.
Hoffman up top, coming off a big steal. It's Anderson swinging around to Larson. Larson looking to get it down low. He does to Odom. Odom backing up Meacham. Kicks back out. 3 ball is good. Mitch Larson.
That's Larson from the outside, just getting an open shot, shoulder square, and hits it. The Wolves in this game, 7-point game all of a sudden.
The Wolves putting on a 2-3 zone against the Warriors. See what the Warriors do to try to break that down as the Warriors slow things down. Warner drives in. Up, under, off the glass, good. Will Warner back at it.
What a beautiful step through there by Will Warner. Just put his man in the air and steps right through and hits the floater. We've seen him get in the lane a lot tonight. He's been active.
It was tipped.
Got to keep him under control if they want to win this game.
Mackey pulls the 3 off the front of the rim, no good. 30-23 here in favor of the Warriors, but mounting a comeback are the Wolves. Hoffman up top with it, halfway through the third quarter. Anderson to Hoffman, Hoffman to down low. It's Isaac going up strong with it. I'd say his last name, it's too many syllables for me every single time when play moves fast.
Oh,
Trust me,
wow.
I can say it, when play moves fast.
No, I hear you.
We'll call him Isaac half the time. How's that sound?
That works for me, as Owen Mackey got a little sped up there and turned the ball over as the Wolves have a chance here. As
Rebound.
they missed the 3.
Rebound Mackey on the missed 3. The Warriors back at it on offense. Hamlin up top, picked up by Larson. Swinging it across now is Warner. Back to Levitt, now Meacham. Meacham's been hot from 3. Continues to be hot from 3. Gets another one.
Cy Meacham is clearly dialed in tonight as he has been lighting it up from the onset. As he hits another one, that form, it's so easy release. As he nails it.
Odom, Philomola Halla going up underneath. No good. Levitt almost fell asleep on that rebound for a second. He was watching it, and I'm like, you going to get it? Or he ended up getting it. Will Warner up top with it. Up top, Levitt. Swinging it across the left side is Meacham. He'll take it back up. Double team.
Looks like the Warriors content to burn some clock, but he steps out of bounds there. Will Warner does.
Checking in off the bench, Ryder Holt and Carter Murdoch. Levitt and Hamlin will hit the bench. 2:30 left to play here in the third quarter. 33-23, the Warriors with the lead. Anderson inbounds, and Hoffman will take control. And a foul.
Anderson being more aggressive in the second half as he draws another foul driving through the lane. A little bit of a touch foul, I thought, but still a foul nonetheless.
Yeah, still a foul. And that's tough right now because Mackey's got 3 fouls, so he's going to have to be careful from here on out. The ball's stolen, nearly stolen away, but a loose ball foul goes against number 4, Dylan Davis of the Wolves.
Just 2 guys running for a loose ball, and I'm going to take Will Warner in most of those 50-50 runs to the ball. He's a fast guy.
Well, you know, watching him play football as well, especially when he was playing that safety position.
Or kick return.
Oh, or kick returns.
Yeah.
He took a few back to the house. He took a few back to the house. But he's the kind of guy where, he doesn't look big, but he's a bowling ball I don't want to step in front of when he's rolling.
Absolutely. When he gets going downhill, you got to get out of the way.
Quick Nets on Fire score update. Desert Hills in Cedar. Desert Hills up on Cedar 47-29. It's the end of the third quarter at the Thunderdome. Carter Murdoch swinging it across to Warner. Again, this zone defense by the Wolves has been a little treacherous for the Warriors so far through the third quarter. And an offensive foul. Bear Levitt picks up his third foul off the screen. It's a tough break there for the Warriors. They've picked up a few too many fouls, if you ask them, here to start off the second half.
That's 3 on Mackey and Levitt in the third quarter. We still got a whole quarter to play. That's a storyline to watch for sure.
Thrown out of bounds. It'll be Warrior basketball. Yep, Mackey with 3. Levitt 3 in this quarter alone, but 3 total. So, is it that broadcaster's jinx when we said it in the halftime show? No one had more than 1 foul on him, so Carter Murdoch brings the ball across half court. Again, the Warriors trying to just slow things down here, but they haven't proven much on offense. I know they want to slow it down, but they also have to get shots to go if they want to hold on to a decent lead.
Only a 10-point lead here. 1 run by the Wolves, and they're right in this. So, I agree. I echo your sentiment. They got to score.
Meacham takes the 3. Offensive rebound, and a foul will go against Drysdale.
Both guys scrapping for the ball there, and Drysdale picks up the foul.
And Drysdale will hit the bench. Coming in back into the game is Mitch Larson. And Luke Hamlin's going to check in as well. A little bit of a late sub there, and Levitt will hit the bench again. Going with a little bit of a smaller lineup now that Drysdale's back on the bench. Tipped away by Davis. Davis with some sticky fingers goes up off the glass, catches the rim and in.
Wow, puts that shoulder down and creates some space. Throws that floater up off the glass and gets it to go. What a play.
Just under a minute left to go in the third quarter, 33-25. The Wolves are loving this zone defense right now against the Warriors. Driving in was Meacham, and he pulls right back out. 15 on the shot clock. Turns around, goes back to that baseline, kicks out Murdoch. Murdoch, nowhere to go with it. Goes back up top with it to Meacham. Meacham takes the 3 with 4 on the shot clock. Wow! Cy Meacham.
That's how you beat a zone. You either cut in right by the elbow, right by the free throw line to make mid-range shots from there, or you shoot over it. Cy Meacham shoots over the zone successfully for another 3.
First Credit Union 3-pointer there is Hoffman. Driving in, Hoffman. Wow, gets it to roll off the glass. Kyron Hoffman rounds out the third quarter with a basket. It is 36-27 at the end of the third quarter. The Warriors hold on to the lead, but a good third quarter from Green Canyon. We're going to take a break. More when we return here on the Fan Sports Network. Fourth quarter getting underway here from the jungle. And Owen Mackey will inbound for the Warriors. 36-27 at the end of the third here. The Warriors looking to hold on to this lead and ride this one out for a win. They've kind of been trying to do that through the third, just playing things a little slower on offensive side. We'll see what they do here in the fourth as Will Warner drives in, kicks out to Murdoch. In the corner now is Hamlin to a driving Ryder Holt. Ryder Holt, open lane to the basket, drops it in for two.
And the Warriors have been able to get in the lane all night long. That hasn't been an issue, but what a whip pass there inside of Ryder Holt, and he gets the easy lay-in.
And one, Isaac Philomoa-Hala gonna go to the line for the three-point play. Now, he had some good height to that team. Tallest guy out there on the court at this moment with Bear Levitt sitting on the bench with 3 fouls. And again, Owen Mackey with 3 fouls as well. So they got to be careful here through the fourth quarter to either A, not let the lead get down so far that you need Mackey in the game, or B, just don't let him get fouls.
And up to 7 now for Philomoa-Hala. Big game. You know, only averages around 3 points a game, up to 7. So good output from him tonight.
It's Will Warner.
It seems as if the Warriors are just content to burn clock a little bit. As they get a
Ryder Holt on the cut to the basket, drops in another one. Off the bench with 4 now.
Might have stepped over the end line here. Turnover, I believe.
Again, another turnover, yeah. The student body let him have it, too.
Yeah.
Owen Mackey on the inbound pass, back to Warner. Warner off the glass and in.
That cousin connection on display there as Mackey sets up Warner for the easy lay-in.
It's all of a sudden a 6-2 run here to start the fourth quarter for the Warriors. Timeout taken by the Wolves as well. We're hitting that Bose Auto Parts crucial part of the game here. As a full timeout taken, we'll take one as well. 30 seconds more when we return here on the Fan Sports Network.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
Your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Coming out of the Cache Valley Bank timeout, Cache Valley Bank Mountains Wade and Jared Anderson inbounds to Kyron Hoffman to get things started here. 42-30, the Warriors on a bit of a run there. As we were heading into the timeout, we talked about a Bose Auto Parts crucial part of the game. It feels like that is that point right now for the Wolves.
Yeah, this is definitely crunch time for the Wolves as they are looking to either make or break this game. You know, they got to stay in it as they drive into the lane and get a foul called there.
Yeah, and I believe that's going to go against Carter Murdoch. No, they're going to say it's on Ryder Holt. All right. So Ryder Holt picks up his first. And this is a 1-and-1 situation, but it does make the first, so it doesn't matter. Gets that second one anyways. Kyron Hoffman so far tonight, 6 points. He's been one of those lucky enough to stay out of the foul trouble. And he gets the second one to go. Makes it 31-42. The Warriors again looking to try to slow it down here and ride out a win and find themselves on a fast track to Utah State later this week on the little bit of an oop there, a lay-in oop over to Owen Mackey.
Owen Mackey starting to make his presence felt in the second half, drawing a lot of attention all game as he converts his first shot of the second half.
Driving in, Hoffman kicks out. Anderson puts it up, no good. Warner with a fingertip on it, gets his own rebound and gets back in there.
Anderson there knifed his way in. He's been finding success getting in the lane and just chiseling away, getting those lay-ins, and he gets another one there. As he's been the best player all year for the Wolves, and he needs to be in here in the last 7 minutes of the season potentially.
Collision off the ball. That's going to go against Mitch Larson, his second.
The Warriors know that the Wolves can't score at such a high pace. They make their runs incrementally. They score 4-0 run, 2-0 run, little runs. And they haven't had one in a little bit. And the Warriors just content to run clock here, as it seems, as they're just staying way out on the perimeter and just passing the ball around, looking for the right shot as the shot clock winds down.
Meacham to Mackey. Mackey cross court to Warner. Warner losing a little handle on it. Resets here with 13 on the shot clock. He takes it to the baseline, kicks it back out. Ryder Holt will take the three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound by the Wolves. Spin move from Davis. Floating it up, and in is Jared Anderson.
Jared Anderson, back-to-back possessions with points now. As timeout Snow Canyon, as they might have something brewing here. The Wolves only down 8, 4 minutes left.
We'll keep it right here through this timeout. Take this opportunity to thank, again, Cache Valley Bank, our timeout sponsor, Boulevard Home, as well as our broadcast sponsor tonight. This stream is brought to you by Boulevard Home, making your house a home for over 48 years. Now, again, it's 44-36. This is not the situation that you want to be in right now if you're the Warriors, just because the momentum is kind of leaning towards Green Canyon. I know it may not feel that way, but in the second half alone, they've been outscored 15-13 in the third quarter, and now 9-8. Small increments, sure, but slow and steady wins the race. And right now, Green Canyon is taking it slow and steady through the third quarter, and now into the fourth. We'll see if they can maybe just get a little bit more out of the Warriors.
It feels like a football team going into prevent defense a little bit, the way Snow Canyon's playing offense. They're just kind of floating around the perimeter, not really trying to get great shots, not playing as aggressive as they were in the first half. Let's see if they ramp it up a little bit after this timeout.
Owen Mackey gets it into Warner. Warner backs it back out. Cy Meacham, not there. Rebound Levitt, and it'll be a jump ball. I believe they're going to give him a jump ball. There they go. Now that'll change the possession over to the Wolves. Change of possession brought to you by Udy & Associates, your local American family insurance agency in St. George. Up top with it. It's Odom back to Anderson. Anderson backing up Meacham. Kicks it out. Drysdale. Baseline, another kick out. Driving in. Davis. Mid-range. Gets it to go. That's Isaac Philomoahala, who has 8.
You're just getting better and better at that name as the game goes on, man.
And I'm saying it without reading it. How's
I know,
that?
That's incredible.
Memorization, too.
Yeah, that's good stuff. As he nails another one, that's got to be 10 points for Isaac almost now.
It's got to be close. Missed 3 again by Meacham.
Got 9.
Drysdale the other direction. He's going back up with it. Not quite there on the and one, but another foul by Bear Levitt. He's got 4.
It's a comfortably close game here. 44-38 for the Warriors, as it has really tightened up. Chance to make it a 4-point game if he makes both these free throws with 3:23 left in the fourth quarter.
So Isaac Philomoahala shooting 2. Misses the front end of the Fabulous Freddy's free throws. Made shot here, puts him within 5. Which to start this game, I didn't think they would be within 5 here And the Wolves have just powered their way back into it. A lot of defense. And the offense has done just enough to chip away that lead. It's only 5 points for the Warriors. Can they hold on? 10-second violation.
Wow.
And sure enough, the shot clock passed 25. That is a 10-second violation. Another thing about those shot clocks is, yes, it gives the officials the chance to really tell when is 10 seconds, 10 seconds. They don't have to do the arm counting anymore like they did back in the day.
Absolutely.
They could just sit there and watch the shot clock. Sure enough, it reached 24.
Snowcanyon crowd sensing it a little bit, trying to motivate the team.
Stolen away by Warner on the fast break. He's fouled. Will Warner will head to the line to shoot two. The foul goes against Owen Odom, his second.
And Will Warner making his way, like we talked about, defensively. He's just making away any way he can, making an impact, a steal there, 2 shots. He's got to put these free throws down for the Warriors, as this is an uncomfortably close game.
Gets the first. Again, 45-39. Short. It's a 6-point game here for the Warriors. As Anderson goes against Mackey. Mackey has to be a little careful, but Anderson takes it to him.
Anderson putting on a display of moves as he asserts himself to the basket again, and we got a 4-point game now, 2:35 remaining.
Murdoch up top, picked up by Larson. Tipped away, nearly stolen. Murdoch is fouled by Larson. Larson getting a little too intense on defense.
I was about to say Larson is asserting himself and being extremely aggressive defensively on the ball there, and draws the foul. And we're running out of time here, though, for the Green Canyon Wolves, so they're going to sell out here, starting with traps and all kinds of different things coming up soon.
With that foul, too, it's a fresh shot clock. So the Warriors catch a break there on time. They were running a little low on clock before that. Nearly thrown away there. Owen Mackey flings it up, no good. Gets his own rebound. He'll go up with it again, still no good. He'll go to the line to shoot. A little frustration there by Mackey. You can sense it.
Upset he didn't get the and one, absolutely. And sensing that this game has gotten too tight for him, as he's taking it into his own hands. He goes up strong, he draws the foul. 2 shots here, these are critical free throws.
And the first one is no good. Mackey has now missed 2 free throws tonight. Just over 2 minutes to play here. 2:03 left on the clock in this game. It's 45-41. Little too close for comfort for the Warriors as he misses the second one. It's tipped around and rebounded by the Wolves. And bringing it the other way is Hoffman. Timeout taken by the Wolves. And what's turned into a bit of a nail biter.
Absolutely. 45-41, 1:53 left. It's quite the nail biter for us here.
Just a half timeout. We'll keep it right here locked into this one. We appreciate you joining us on the broadcast tonight from Snow Canyon High School. After the completion of this game, we'll hop into the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Now again, with not much time remaining here, the Wolves have made quite the comeback. It's 14-9, outscoring in the fourth quarter in favor of the Wolves. The Wolves had 12 points in the first half. So they've outscored themselves multiple times now in just the second half, putting up 29 here in the second half.
And we talked about the secondary scorers having to heat up for them. It's been the secondary scoring and Anderson for the Wolves have picked it up in the second half. He only had 3 the second half, it seems, and they are really starting to catch fire at the right time. with 1 minute and 53 seconds remaining. We've got a 4-point game and possession for the Wolves. It's going to be a tight finish down the stretch.
Owen Odom sets inbound to Anderson. Anderson starting to heat up as Meacham saves the ball, but into the hands, and Warner gets the steal. Saved it right to the Wolves, and then Warner says, no, we wanted that. Takes it right back into his hands. And the Wolves trying to get this comeback back together here, 41-45. Mackey, 17 on the shot clock.
That's the ball whose hand you wanted to be in. Ooh.
Three-pointer no good. The shots have not been dropping for the Warriors this second half. Anderson, who was quiet in the first, has put on a bit of a show here. Going up strong with it, no good. Rebound, Ryder Holt. The Warriors back at it. Carter Murdoch now. Timeout taken. Minute 03 left to go here. We talked about during a break that this game felt like it was moving quickly. This fourth quarter is all of a sudden they halted it, put on the brakes. This game's way too close.
That's right. As we're coming down the stretch here, both teams know they have a great shot to win this game and advance to the state tournament, go up to the Spectrum. A lot on the line here as every foul, every possession, every second off the clock means something to these guys, the seniors, the guys that are leaving the program after this year. So this is going to be a helter-skelter type pace down the stretch.
Big shout out to Connor Collins, who's back in the Findlay Hyundai studio. He's been giving us a look inside of all the games going on around Region 10 here in Southern Utah, and looking at all these different state matchups tonight. So big shout out on that side. Here at this game tonight, right now, 45-41. This is our Bose Auto Parts crucial part of the game indeed. Now, a three-pointer, heck, even a two by the Wolves makes this just that much more interesting. Now the Warriors do have the ball. If they can get something to drop here, help extend that lead a little more with a minute left to go. I love the "We Got Spirit" chant. They got one guy on the other side that did it, and the crowd cheered him on. They said, that was well done, buddy. We appreciate it. Cy Meacham, 14 on the shot clock. And again, I think the Warriors at that timeout said, let's just run as much time as we possibly can. That shot clock's our best friend. 5 seconds, 3 seconds, and a foul. Wow, saving grace. That's going to be crucial looking back at this one as Owen Odom fouls. That's his fourth. Fouls Owen Mackey.
Owen Odom commits the foul 40 feet from the basket in a spot where he really doesn't need to commit that foul, and puts the best player on the Warriors at the line here to close out the game potentially.
He missed his last two free throws as well, so on the front end of the Fabulous Freddy's free throws, gets the first one on the 1-and-1. Quiet this second half. Only 3 points now for Owen Mackey. The official, I think, thought that Coach Meacham was saying, hey, I want a timeout. He said, no, I'm just letting you know that eventually I'll probably want a timeout. Exactly, there it is. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for him to say, hey, if he makes that free throw, give me a timeout. Sure enough, there it is, timeout taken. We'll take a quick one ourselves. It'd be back for the remainder of this one. 39 seconds left on the clock when we return.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
It's 47-41 here at the Jungle. The Warriors holding on slightly to that lead. Can they hold on through the rest of the 39.7 seconds left in the game? The Wolves are in control of it. It's Anderson up top, nearly stolen away by Will Warner, but a foul called instead. And Warner will pick that one up. Quick score update brought to you by Nets on Fire. Desert Hills gets the win over Cedar in a tight one as well, 58-54. Desert Hills moving on to the Spectrum at Utah State.
Much of our Region 9 teams wanting to get up to the Spectrum. The Snow Canyon Warriors trying to punch their ticket right now.
Making the first end of the 1-1 is Jared Anderson, who, might I say, this second half has proven really well for him. He's got 10 in this second half, 13 total, leading scores for Green Canyon. Misses the second one, rebounded Ryder Holt, and the Warriors will take it the other way, and now the fouling game comes into play here. Jared Anderson will send Will Warner to the line.
Will Warner, a good free throw shooter for the Warriors all season. He'll have his 2 shots, and we have a 5-point game now. So you think about all the possible scenarios as far as making this run and making a comeback here.
And 28 seconds is plenty of time to mount that comeback.
28 seconds, 2-possession game right now.
It's a 2-possession game still. A made free throw here is even bigger because it does bump that up to a 3-possession game. And it does. That's a big free throw from Will Warner. 25 seconds left to go. No shot clock, and they throw it away. Hoffman was looking for the cutter, but he cut inside instead of cutting outside, and Wolves lose it.
Hoffman, the floor general, leads them in assists this season. Just couldn't connect there with Anderson, as he was the guy who was looking for try and get up a 3, I bet.
Cy Meacham goes in the corner. Ryder Holt, they're trying to avoid that defense, but the foul does end up coming. It's 18.2 left on the clock, and Ryder Holt coming off the bench will head to the line. He's already got 4 so far. A couple of really good moves as well. He's a candidate for sure for our Jersey Mike's sub of the game, as he heads to the line now for a couple free throws. And he makes the first.
Incredible effort from the Warriors tonight, as it looks as if they're going to be able to pull this one off. And Ryder Holt's been a great sub all game. Like you say, Jersey Mike's sub of the game. There's a couple candidates. One on the Wolves I want to talk about in the post game, but
no good on the desperation 3-pointer. And Mackey will dribble it out for the win. The Warriors, 51-42, will get the win and will move on to the tournament at Utah State. Again, final score 51-42. Green Canyon putting up a huge fight against the co-region champions, the Snow Canyon Warriors.
Yeah, what an effort all the way around from the Warriors. Whenever Owen Mackey, your best player, doesn't even have his best night. He only has 17 tonight. Last time I saw him, he had a career high. So it just shows you the depth of the roster, the depth of the team, being able to overcome and have multiple players chip in points. Cy Meacham, a guy that we'll talk about in our awards, but what a game by the Warriors as they hold on to win 51-42.
When we come back, the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. We appreciate you joining us here from Snow Canyon High School. Stick around, more when we return here on the Fan Sports Network. welcome into the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. See why so many parents choose Johnson's for their kids' dental needs. You can call for the new patient special, 656-0511. Caden Formaster here and Paul Ratliff with you on the broadcast tonight, where Snow Canyon gets the win, 51-42. They move on, and they will play bright and early on Thursday, 9:30 a.m. at Utah State. So we will be there bringing you that game as well in tandem with KSL Sports. So get ready for that matchup, and should be a fun night. Should be a fun, or I should say fun day.
Yeah.
It's not going to be night. It's going to be a fun day of basketball on Thursday. But let's talk about tonight. Again, good matchup between these two teams. They faced off earlier this season. And very similar outcome where, yes, Snow Canyon gets the win. It was a tight game down to the end of it. Green Canyon just not quite enough there. A few mistakes, fouling when they didn't need to foul, throwing the ball out of bounds, a couple of mistakes there. Really just sealed the deal for the Warriors.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought that the Warriors played an up-and-down game. First half a little more dominant than the second half. Let Green Canyon back into the game, but at the end of the day, Will Warner's defense and the secondary scoring of the Warriors in this game were the differences for me.
Now, we have to thank Holbrook Asphalt, the sponsor of our replays tonight, but we also have to say the Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert didn't happen here, but it did happen.
Okay.
So as long as a Region 10 team scores 55 points or more, you can head to the St. George Yogurtland, get your first 5 ounces free, courtesy of Holbrook Asphalt. You can go do that at the Yogurtland here in St. George tonight. Just because the Warriors didn't get it doesn't mean that it wasn't received by one of the teams tonight, and it was across the region. We're going to look at some of the scores. We're going to look at some of the score updates from across the region and from the rest of the state. So first things first, Pineview nearly pulled it off. They did what I wanted them to do, which was scare Layton Christian. They did it, 63-67, final score, very close game. Layton Christian ends up getting the win. Now again here, Snow Canyon wins 51-42. Final score for game across town, Crimson Cliffs does get the easy win over Mountain Crest. They're 57-37, so pretty good game over there. Desert Hills gets the win, 58-54. And those are a few of your scoring updates as well. So not too bad for some Region 10 teams. Crimson Cliffs moves on, Snow Canyon moves on, Desert Hills will move on, Pineview almost. They were so close, but Layton Christian does move on. And for our Region 11 fans as well, I haven't seen any other updates. I know there's been some Region 11 games, again, where we're located on the Region 10 side of the state. We get more of those updates, so hopefully we'll get more of those as time goes on. But let's hop into our awards, shall we, Paul?
Sure thing, man. A lot of worthy recipients tonight.
So let's start with our Jersey Mike sub of the game. We talked about, on one side, Ryder Holt coming off the bench for Snow Canyon. You had mentioned that you said, hey, there's a Green Canyon player that also put on a good show coming off the bench, and who was that for you?
It was the guard,
Kyron Hoffman.
Kyron Hoffman. He was a guy that kind of was like that Energizer bunny coming off the bench for him, was a distributor, a guy who scored a couple points for him. I thought he had an admirable effort coming off the bench as well.
Yeah, and he was the third leading scorer with 7 points, and really carrying some of that load through the second half as well. Got a couple of buckets, but again, a good facilitator down the stretch, really led to that comeback for the Wolves. So absolutely. Ryder Holt for the Warriors put on 6 points in the fourth quarter. And he's someone that, he'll hit the floor for maybe 5 to 10 a night. Maybe he'll hit that 7-minute mark. He doesn't get out there all that often, but when he does, he tries to make the best of it. And tonight he did. He made an impact tonight. And that fourth quarter stretch, he was the leading scorer for the Warriors. And in the fourth quarter, again, that was a tough one. They ended up tied up 15-15 between the Wolves and the Warriors. a big part of that goes to Ryder Holt. He made the right cuts when he needed to cut.
Absolutely.
He made his free throws in the clutch. That's what you want to see from your guy off the bench.
I agree. Ryder Holt put together quite a game coming off the bench as well. I think both of our Jersey Mike subs of the game are worthy tonight because I think they both contributed to the outcome of this game in positive ways. And for the Warriors, they move on, and for the Wolves, they're headed home. But still, two really good performances by both players.
Yeah. Now for our viewers at home as well, there are. The team is out there cutting bits of the net off, and this is because they didn't know that they were going to be co-region champs, except for it was during their bye week. And Crimson goes and beats Dixie. Snow Canyon, because of that loss for Dixie, they tie with Dixie for the region title. And so now they're living up their region win and title win and taking pieces of that net home with them. So they're not just taking it home because they won a state game. This is more for region than anything else. So congrats to them for being able to do that.
Absolutely. Anytime you win a region championship in a difficult of a region as this is, that's an accomplishment. And a co-region championship is definitely something you can hang a banner for and remember.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's keep going with our awards here tonight. Our Morgan Pest Control Defensive Play of the Game. I'm giving it to Bear Levitt Swat. He had a couple of them. There was one specific in the second, in the second half that was just phenomenal. It was one of those.
I remember the one you were talking about.
It was one of those where it's not just a little tip of the finger barely changes
trajectory.
Here. It was a get it out of here smack from Bear Levitt. So Morgan Pest Control Defensive Play of the Game, Bear Levitt. Agreed?
Not agree. I'm going to go with any of Will Warner's steals.
Ooh.
So he had active hands all night. He was reaching in, grabbing balls. So I just think that the 50-50 balls, the loose balls, the steals that kid gets to with his speed is remarkable. So I'll go Will Warner.
I like it.
My Morgan Pest Control Defensive Play of the Game.
And we don't have to agree. That's the best part of this.
That's right.
Because we can
Spread
give it
the
to
love.
multiple people. I like it. I like it. All right, let's go ahead and talk about our Appliance Wholesaler Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. And AWP, Appliance Wholesaler Plus, your playmakers in the appliance industry. It's easy to go for me with the Owen Mackey dunk. I love that one, but I'm going to shift gears on you for a second just because this was so crucial in that first half and even again in the second half. But Cy Meacham hitting some deep threes. I don't want to necessarily put one specific one on it, but there was a couple where he's about 4 feet behind the line, and those were huge. Those threes were huge. In a low-scoring game, a three-pointer is massive, and he hit 3 of them, 3 or 4 three-pointers tonight.
Absolutely. I'm going to actually not go against the grain here and go with you. I think that the Owen Mackey dunk is flashy. It draws a lot of eyes, but the more important play was Cy Meacham's long-range abilities in this game. You can name any of the threes he made. He made so many.
Now, had that one counted at the end of the quarter where Owen Mackey caught the reversal off the backboard,
yeah,
that might have got it.
Stole the show.
but again, play was actually gone at that point. We won't count that one. Now let's move ahead to one of my favorite awards to give out, and that's our Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game. And I believe we probably agree on this one. And again, it goes to the guy who was draining those three-pointers. To me, Cy Meacham.
Cy Meacham, yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think that he had the most positive impact on the game tonight with his three-point shooting, his free throw shooting, his defense. He's just a gym rat, coach's kid mentality that he's got, and it's apparent when he plays. He was a great player tonight.
I absolutely love it. I agree. And with that wraps things up for us here from Snow Canyon High School. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast, and we'll be with you on Thursday for more state basketball. We had 755 people on total.